let's get to CONCACAF, because that's usually where we start the show, isn't it, Herc? The Gold Cup. And we now have the all-tournament team, courtesy of CONCACAF. 3 U.S. players, Herc, 3 Mexican players. Your 3 Mexican players, Funes Mori, HH, and Edson Alvarez. Your 3 U.S. players, Miles Robinson, Shaq Moore, and Matt Turner in goal. These are always fodder for criticism, controversy. Herc, are you cool with this? Because I am definitely not cool with this 11. I think it's a disaster.
Hey, first of all, let's force Edson Alvarez in the back line as a center back. Yeah, let's put Lowe on the left. You know, Shaq Moore, he started off well. I thought in the knockout rounds he really struggled. Buchanan, okay, doesn't play there, but okay, put him in. Borges, I could see because he scored a couple goals. No, I'm not cool with it. There's a few players missing. I am not cool with this at all.
So a couple things from me. One, I don't think Edson Alvarez had a particularly good tournament anywhere on the field, but you're correct. He definitely did not have it playing center back. The other thing that concerns me about this is it doesn't speak highly for the quality of the actual CONCACAF player. Qatar is not some world power, and they dropped 2 of the front 3 in this 11. Those are supposed to be your stars.
They were also goal scorers and asistidores, they were assists. But
that means that the stars of this region did not show up in this tournament. The other thing is Damian Lowe, you mentioned him. I'm sorry, that's a second-tier player for most of his career. He's played in the USL second division in Norway. If that's the best left back in your tournament, what does that say?
That he was the best left back in the tournament, not that he's the best left back in CONCACAF. That's what it says, Seb.
Fair enough. All right, the other thing I would say is, and I know it's cliche, but it's cliche for a reason, the U.S. won this tournament, right? And they always say games are won in midfield, and we don't have one U.S. midfielder in here. We don't have a Kellyn Acosta. We don't have a Sebastian Lletget. So a lot to pick out with this team of the tournament from CONCACAF. You said you weren't cool with it, but as always on this show, Herc, we got to make you put in the work. We got to make you do the homework.
That's what you do.
So our producer, Beto, he said, all right, Herc, give us your Gold Cup best 11 then. Show us what they missed.
Go ahead, señor productor. Put it up on there. Here he goes. Matt Turner had to be Matt Turner, right? That's what you're going to see as soon as he puts up. There you go. That's still the other one. Put up mine. It's Matt Turner.
But you got Turner in it.
Yeah, but that's not mine. This is still the Gold Cup one. Whenever he wants to put mine up, he can get there. But it's going to start off with Matt Turner in goal. There you go. Hector Moreno and Miles Robinson center back. Now, I had a little bit of an issue here because Miles Robinson deserved it. Hector Moreno was the most consistent defender on Mexico's
That's a default choice. You can say it.
It is. But so is Gallardo. And this is the problem here because they necessarily didn't have bad tournaments. They weren't great like we normally do. Chaco Rodriguez had a great tournament, regardless of what people want to say. I think he had like 3 assists. He was very good for them down the stretch. Very good player. Kellyn Acosta has to be there. He has to be there. He was one of the best players for the U.S. men's national team, who were the champs. Hector Herrera, very talented player. I thought he was top 3 player of the tournament. Stefan Eustaquio. Eustaquio is one of the best players in this tournament. He had it all. It was long-range passing, vision, the ground he covered, set-piece specialist. He would score goals. He would assist. A ridiculous tournament from the Canadian. If you guys remember this name, you're Cruz Azul people. If you remember this name, it's because he played 1 game, tore his ACL, and never played again. Great player. I can't believe Canada scooped this player up. Very good player for CONCACAF. Had himself a great tournament. Afif was one of the better players in this tournament. I don't care what you think about Qatar and how they're not a world power. He had himself a tournament. Very good player when it comes to distributing the ball, assist, scoring goals there. Funes Mori, taking a lot of heat, but he was clearly the best 9 in this tournament. And then
default, that could be a default choice too, huh?
Well, it's not default if you look at the overall field. And that's what, because maybe he wasn't the standard of what most Mexican 9s are in this tournament. And then, can we talk about Tejan Buchanan, by the way? An absolute nightmare for defenders. And he was playing in a position, I put him in my left wing. He was playing in a position where he was an outside wingback. He was a wingback in a 3 center back midfield or back line for what was Canada, and he was ridiculous. Again, he just did whatever he wanted against Mexico. I thought he had himself an outstanding tournament.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.